Hi guys, what's up? My name is Metro. I've been playing Overwatch 1 for 6 years. I've been through all the ups and downs of the game. I've played the game since day one and I love the game. I'm a big fan. And the servers are now shut down. We are in Overwatch 2 and I got the chance to play the game early. I was originally gonna do a really scripted video where I play dramatic music, add slow-mo gameplay and go over every single thing that changed in the game and do like a really in-depth review, but I thought that wouldn't really give the game any justice. So I'm just gonna give you my honest opinion about Overwatch 2, what I think of the future of the game, and if I think Overwatch 2 can save Overwatch as a franchise. And yeah, here we go. What is Overwatch 2? Is it just an update? Is it a new game? Are there not enough changes? Are there too many changes? I talk to so many people daily and you either fall in one of the two categories. Either there's not enough change for you or there's too much change. So what do you really want from a sequel? Do you want a completely new game? Do you want all the heroes replaced with new heroes? Or do you want a game that sticks to its core values, doesn't change too much of the old heroes, but adds more and more content? And that's basically what Overwatch 2 is. It is an update, it's a big update. I think the biggest change you can take away from Overwatch 2 is the switch from a one and done game to a live service, constantly updated game. If you've played Overwatch over the last few years, there was almost no content, and now the devs are promising us new content. The game launches with 3 new heroes, Junker Queen as a tank, Sojourn as a DPS, and now Kiriko as a support. Those heroes will be available for all players that own Overwatch 1 right away, and we'll get into the entire Battle Pass system and unlocking new heroes in the future in a second here. But yeah, there's 3 new heroes, there is 7 new maps. The game changes from a 6 vs 6 to a 5 vs 5 format. That might not sound like much to you, but from my experience, it's a quite drastic change in gameplay. The pace seems way higher. There's less sitting around, sitting behind shields, there's way more action. Some people have really grown to love the 2 tank synergy that we had in Overwatch 1. And yeah, we'll miss out on some of those classic synergies like Rein Zarya, like Monkey Diva. But we're also removing a lot of the frustrating parts about Overwatch 1, like double shield for many people. Like if you remember Goat's meta, we had a very tank dominant game for a long time. And the gameplay pace, in my opinion, is very much better than in Overwatch 1. I really enjoy the gameplay flow of Overwatch 2. It gets chaotic at times. I think it's a higher mechanical skill ceiling for most players. But it's really, really fun. I really like the 5 vs 5 change. Other than that, it is Overwatch. It is Overwatch. I don't know what people expected when they heard of Overwatch 2. But from a player versus player perspective, PvP, I love the base idea of Overwatch. I love how the game played, so I didn't want that much of a change. And while there are a lot of changes that make the game more positive to play, for example, there's less stunts in the game still sticks to its core values. So there's not a super drastic gameplay change. And I don't mind that. I actually quite like that. I didn't want Overwatch 2 to be a completely different game. A big part of the announced Overwatch 2 experience, the PvE game mode, player versus environment, a campaign, is not done yet. So the way I understood it is, the devs started working on PvE and realized, wait, we will take a while to finish this, because Blizzard has been historically really good with PvE games. Like, they've never really had a single player campaign that wasn't super polished and really good. So I'm expecting a lot of things of PvE. But so what they did is, instead of delaying the entire game for another year or two, they decided to decouple PvP and PvE, release the PvP first, and constantly update PvP, so players have something to enjoy until PvE comes out next year and the people that really look forward to it can play the game then. I don't mind that personally. I know it's confusing for a lot of consumers and they definitely could have communicated better. But what we're getting now is not the final product. It is a live service game. They're promising updates every 9 weeks. Every season they're promising either a new hero, a new map, or vice versa. And for the next season that's coming out in December, there's gonna be another new tank, another new map, and then the season after we'll probably get a map, and then another hero, etc, etc. So as long as the game evolves and adds new fun stuff, I see Overwatch 2 as a great game in the future. Is it perfect right now? No, it's not. I gotta say though, the new heroes they added, Junker Queen, Soldier, and Kiriko, are some of the most fun heroes I ever played in Overwatch. After Overwatch 1 released, obviously there were a lot of heroes that some people did not really enjoy. Brigitte, very big meta killer for a lot of people. Orisa, the double shield meta. It wasn't great for a lot of people. But I think with the heroes they added, they're really going back to a more fast-paced, skillful meta that I think a lot of people came to expect in Overwatch 1, and when it didn't happen anymore, they quit that game. With the change to a 5v5 format, another really big thing for me, and I think for a lot of players, will be every hero feels more impactful. Every single player on the team feels like they have more things to do, more responsibility also, but also more impact. You can decide the game. I don't know how many times I had games in Overwatch 1 where I felt like no matter what I did, I couldn't win the game. I tried my hardest, and because some of the players on my team didn't really have the same mentality as me, or some players on the team weren't as good, it was really hard pulling your own weight. And I think that's one thing that drastically improved in Overwatch 2. I don't know a single other shooter out right now that has this amount of constant action in the game, so it might be too much for you. And that brings me to the entire free-to-play model that a lot of other games nowadays on the market have, the biggest games on the market have, right? If you look at the top of the Twitch category, Apex, Valorant, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, all free-to-play games. And Overwatch is switching to that model, which I think is really cool to get friends in, to get new players in, but it also comes with downsides. So if you paid attention to any of the stuff that was discussed around release, there is now a battle pass, and one of the big no-nos for a lot of people is Kiriko, or every new hero starting from now, is gonna be in the battle pass. So you will either have to buy the premium battle pass and unlock Kiriko on level 1, or you will have to actually grind until level 55 of the battle pass to play the hero. That being said, it's not all negative. I don't like it very much either. I think new heroes should be free for everyone. But what that really means in practice is you either gotta spend $10 or you gotta play the game for a bit until you can play the new hero. Now, level 55 sounds like a lot, but if you look at the challenges in Overwatch 2, compared to games like Apex, if you've ever tried to level up an Apex Battle Pass, they are way more forgiving and they seem way easier to get. Continuing with the free-to-play system, there's going to be a shop in the game where you can buy certain skins, buy certain bundles for real money. That's how every single free-to-play game does it. Would I rather have everything for free? Sure. Is that realistic for a gaming company nowadays in the current market? No. The way I see it, if you want to spend money, if you want something, do it. If you like the game and you want to support the game, do it. And if you don't want to spend money, that's fine too. But the more money the game makes, the more updates we can actually expect. And it's up to Blizzard to hold up to their standards, to keep on updating the game. And we'll see over time if they can keep up the quality, if they can keep up the quantity of the released content, if the quality of the battle pass is going to stay the same. I do have to say though, value-wise, the battle pass is way more consumer friendly than most other games. So in other games like Apex or Valorant, if you want the highest tier items like knives in Valorant or heirlooms in Apex, you will have to spend a lot of actual money to get them. Heirlooms, you spend like 250 bucks just to get a knife for your favorite character. And Overwatch 2 is gonna put their highest tier skins, which is the mythic skins, they're calling them, into the battle pass on the highest level. So if you spend the 10 bucks, you will unlock the highest tier skins in the game, which I think is really consumer friendly. They could have easily put this in the shop, make it 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks, and some people would have still bought it. And it probably would have made them more money than what they're doing now. So in terms of value, I think what Blizzard gives us here in the battle pass is really fair. But I think it's also fine if you're gonna be like, no, I'm gonna be a free-to-play player and I'm gonna unlock whatever I can free-to-play, and that's it, and that's fine. There are ways to earn the premium currency by doing challenges, so they're not tied to the battle pass. The way it works is, if you do all the challenges weekly, you will have enough currency to buy every second battle pass. So if you're worried about not being unable to unlock the new hero that's going to drop next season, for example, if you do all the challenges, you will be able to buy the premium battle pass for free, because there is a way to earn premium currency. I think overall the system is not perfect, but I would rather have this system over something like Overwatch 1, where they're not making enough money anymore, so there's no updates. So overall, the way I think you should look at Overwatch 2, it's a free-to-play game. If you're new or if you've played Overwatch 1 in the past, try it out. Doesn't cost anything. And I hope you stick around. I love the game. The one thing Overwatch has over every single other shooter out there is the quality, and the bar for heroes and maps is just really, really high. Design-wise, the game is beautiful, it's amazing, every hero is unique, and I think it's gonna be a great game. That being said, it's up to Blizzard, again, to keep up the quality, to keep on releasing every season with new content that is fun and engaging. And it's up to Blizzard to prove to us that they can keep up the content they're promising, that they can keep up until the PvE release, and that they can keep on evolving the game and making it a better place. So I wouldn't look at this like a full game release. It is an update and it is an upgrade, but it is a switch to a live service game. In the end, I gotta say, I love the game. Is it perfect? No, but for the first time in a very long time, I'm hopeful for the future of Overwatch. I think the PvE experience next year is going to be amazing, and if Blizzard keeps up the content, I think we'll have an amazing time in Overwatch 2. And I hope there's going to be lots of new players that have never touched Overwatch, that check out Overwatch 2 and they go, wow, this game has so much depth, this game has such unique characters, this game has such a beautiful art, and I hope to see you stick around and be part of the community. That's about it. If you have any questions, leave comments in the chat. I'm sure I missed a lot of things. This was just a broad ramble about the game. If I missed something, let me know. And if not, I'll see you in the game. Until next time, see you guys. Bye bye.